Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Nikola and today we are going to do a sequence that is ideal for the follicular phase. So you can start lying down on your back in reclined butterfly. The soles of the feet are together, the knees are apart. You can place the hands on your belly. Close your eyes and start focusing on your breath. So in today's class we want to enhance blood circulation to nourish the ovaries and the growing eggs. We also want to support digestion so the nutrients can be absorbed properly, and we want to support the liver that regulates our hormones. Take a moment here to relax. Gently come up and come into a kneeling position into toe squat. So you can tuck the toes under and we will start with some arm circles. So you can raise the arms up and on the exhale bring them down. Inhale up and now circle the arms down. Last round and down. We will come into the side body stretch, so place your right hand onto the floor and bring the left arm up and over, stretching into the side body, into the waist. Take a few breaths here. Release and we will switch sides, so now the right arm is facing up and over alongside the ear. Breathe deeply. Release and come back to the seated position where we started, and we will come into a seated twist. You can release the legs, the feet, and now cross the right leg across the left thigh and look to the right over your right shoulder. The spine is nice and long, so you are not rounding. Let's switch sides. So now the left ankle goes across the right thigh and look over your left shoulder. Twists are excellent for digestion. They rejuvenate our internal organs. And release and come into the tabletop position for 2 rounds of cat and cow. So you can drop the belly and look up, and on the exhale round and contract. Inhale, look up. Exhale, push into the mat. Few more like this with your own breath. Focus on your upper back, mid back. Last one. And release, and we will come into our first downward facing dog. So make sure to be pushing the hips up towards the sky, the heels to the mat. The spine is nice and long. Stretch it out and bring the feet to the front of the mat. Bend the knees if you need to. Grab the opposite elbows. You can sway from side to side to release the lower back. And then bend the knees even more and come all the way up. Raise the arms up and bring the palms in front of the heart. So sun salutation, rise up and fall down. Halfway lift, flat back, lower to plank, all the way down with the chaturanga or on your knees, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Now lift your right leg up, bend the knee, open the hip, and bring the right foot in between your hands for warrior one. Raise the arms up, the back foot is about 45-degree angle, and the hips are squared, everything is facing forward. Open the arms, straighten the front leg, hinge forward, and we will come into triangle. So you can place your right hand on the shin, and the left arm is opening and facing up towards the ceiling. If it's okay for your neck, you can look up as well. Again, stretching into the side body, targeting the liver meridian. Come back up, bend the front knees, circle the arms, and take your flow. So plank, lower down, inhale, upward facing dog, and we will meet in downward facing dog. And let's repeat the sequence on the other side. So you can lift your left leg up, bend the knee, open the hip, and bring the left foot in between the hands. The back foot spins about 45-degree angle and lift up. Generous bend in the front knee. Now you can straighten the knee, open your arms, hinge forward, and come into triangle pose. You can place the hand on your shin, or if it's accessible to the floor, you can also grab a block if you have one. And keep opening, the chest is nice and open. Release, bend the front knee again, circle the arms and take your flow. Downward facing dog. Stretch everything out and come again to the front of the mat. Bend your knees and come all the way up and release. We will come into chair pose, so bring the big toes together, the heels are slightly apart. And now bend the knees generously and sit into chair pose. You can keep the arms up or in front of the heart. Make sure that the knees are not over your toes and that the spine is nice and long. Keep breathing here, it's a strong pose, building some heat. Release. Now bring the feet a little bit wider, almost maybe to the edges of the mat, and we will come into Yogi squat, into Malasana. So you can squat down, the heels are in, toes out, and keep pressing the knees open with your elbows. The hands are in front of the heart in the prayer. It's an excellent pose to bring the blood flow down to the uterus and to get everything moving. That's what we want. Now last pose that requires some strength is boat pose, Navasana. So you can sit and bring the legs up. You can keep them bent or straight. So the core is strong, and keep breathing. Well done, release. You can come back lying down on your back. We will do a few rounds of bridge pose. So bring the heels to the hips, to the butt. And on the inhale, raise the hips up towards the sky. And on the exhale, release. Bring the hips up and down. Follow your own breath for a few more rounds. Keep pressing the feet to the mat. Keep squeezing the knees together so they are not open. And follow your breath. Now bring the knees to the chest, rock a little bit from side to side to release the lower back. Then place your hands on the knees and do a few circles on one side and then a few circles on the other side. release. And instead of Shavasana, we will come into Viparita Karani, legs up the wall. So you can bring the mat closer to the wall and sit from the side to the wall and then place the legs up. You can create the triangle shape with your hands into Yoni Mudra, the female mudra, and place them on your womb to connect with this area, and gently close your eyes. You can imagine all the eggs growing, being healthy, ready to mature and to be released during ovulation, and hopefully to be fertilized. Imagine the blood flow from the legs, nourishing the uterus and calming your nervous system. You can stay here for a few more minutes if you like, otherwise bring the legs back, roll to one side, keep your eyes closed and come back to the seated position, any way that is comfortable to you. Bring the palms together in front of the heart. And for the last time, focus on your breath. Thank you so much for practicing today with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave me a comment if you have any question and subscribe to my channel. I hope to seeing you again practicing with me. Have a great day. Namaste.